All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the My Virgo Friend podcast. I am your host, CheChe. Thank you so much for being here. And I have a very special guest today. I have Miss Stacey Marine of Beyond 40 Friends. Hello, my love.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for having me on. This is such an honor. I love you and your energy and everything you do. So I'm just so excited to be here this morning. And we're going to get this thing popping.
Yes, absolutely. I love your energy, Stacey. You already know. So welcome to the My Virgo Friend podcast. We're excited to chat with you. You guys, you all know we get started with 4 deep breaths at the beginning of each episode. So join me, if you will, taking 4 deep inhalations through the nose and exhale fully through the mouth. Inhale. There we go. Very nice. Let's take
needed that.
Right. It's amazing what deep breathing can do for the spirit.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Gets you refocused and regrounded. Cheers.
Cheers, hello. So, you guys, like I said, we have the beautiful Stacey in the house, okay? So I'm going to give her the floor to let us know who she is and her amazingness. Miss Stacey, please tell us all about you.
Okay, my name is Stacey, and I just had my 48th birthday. I am an Aries, Sag. I'm triple fire. Can you feel me?
Woman of fire.
Can you feel me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna warm you up. No, but I have a charity here in Orlando that feeds and clothes the homeless people. I've had it for about 6 years. I have a platform on social media called Beyond 40 Friends, which is a women's empowerment platform to empower women age 40 and over, and really all women, period. But I just wanted to start that because I felt like women over 40 are really coming into their own. And people want to call it like a midlife crisis, but I prefer to call it an awakening. So that platform's all things spiritual. It's all encompassing. It's mind, body, soul, makeup, dating, all of it. Everything. So that's who I am.
All about lifestyle influence, and I love it.
Lifestyle, girl, lifestyle.
You've got
bringing the positive vibes to all women, really.
Yeah. I love that. And your energy is just such a light, Stacey. Like, do you mind sharing how we met, how we pinged into each other's lives?
Of course. The crazy thing is, I feel like, as you do too, everything happens for a reason, and we don't meet anybody by accident. So I'm scrolling Instagram, and who pops up on my Explore page in a purple 2-piece set, sun glistening, radiating off, popping a yoga pose on the beach. And I said, who is this?
Who is she?
Who is she? Let me click her page. And that, I think it was like the night before, you were hosting a meditation meetup. And I loved your whole aura and vibe, even, via Instagram. So I was like, I have to go to this. I don't care what I have to do. I don't even know tickets or whatever. I'm going. Yes. I am going.
Come to me.
Yes. And then we met and we immediately clicked.
Literally. Yeah, you walked in. I want to say you was the first or second person there because you was really early, I feel, right?
Yeah. I'm like, I need to put down my mat and I need to get my spot.
Like, I am here. I am right here. You walked in and just pinged. I hugged you, introduced each other. It was like, yeah, I really like her. She's beautiful, inside and out. Literally, for real.
I felt the same exact way. I'm like, I needed to be here. I needed to meet this woman. And here we are.
I love it. Here we are. Woman of fire. So like Stacey said, you guys, she is a woman of Aries queen. Okay, so shout out to the Aries, all the fire signs, the Leos.
Aries gang.
Flame, light it up for the fire signs. Cheers.
I was almost going to say, like, on your lives, when you were doing the lives last year during quarantine, you were DJing and having the music in the background, and it was a whole vibe.
Literally setting the vibes.
Where's our music?
Setting the vibes, right? And that kind of actually that inspired me to go full force with the podcast thing, because I really enjoyed it doing the lives. I did.
Well, I think that you are able to, and this is what I admire about you so much, that you're able to connect with people so easily. And just talk about anything and be totally transparent and be authentic and genuine and talk about real life things.
Yeah.
Real life issues. It's not about being pretty all the time, or like, we're all going through things, and you're able to connect on such a deep level with people and bring them the light, bring them guidance. Girl, you're my guidance.
Oh, Stacey,
yes.
energy. Yes. Gosh, thank you.
Yes.
I received
you are so needed, and I love your light as well. So thank you for sharing your light, your wisdom with all of us. So, girl, you got it going on, okay?
Stuff like that is what keeps me going, Stacey, for real. Just getting the confirmation. And you know, the words I've been getting a lot when people just do what you just did, I keep hearing authentic. So that means a lot to me, just to keep hearing that reiterated, you know? Yes.
I mean, and I think I wrote on one of your posts one time, because you had put up a selfie video, and you're like, I never do this. And it's interesting because you're a professional dancer, and as a dancer, you're on stage and you're shaking your thing, and there's no like insecurity or anything. You're out there doing the dang thing. But then when you're at home alone and you're showing yourself, you're like, I feel like I don't feel right doing this. And I was like, but you doing this is giving everybody else permission to love themselves, to show themselves to the world. Yeah. And I think that's sometimes as women, we battle with that. Like, am I doing this, because of my ego? Like, what are people going to think? Are they going to think that I'm like ego driven, or I'm like full of myself? And it's like, no, this is who you are. And the people that love you and resonate with you know who you are. So yes, you have to be authentic. Yes. Just step in your truth. Like, if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. God made you that way, embrace it. Like, when you honor the God within you, you honor the God above and all around and stuff, so you're absolutely right. When you step into your power and give yourself permission to let your light shine, it resonates with other people and gives them permission as well. And see, it's like, okay, I'm not alone. I have these desires as well. And here's this woman like doing what I wish I could do, doing what I'm working towards to be, so that's very important. I agree. Yes, leading by example and using your God-given gifts. Like, that's what we're here for. I'm not going to sleep on this. Like you said, God gave this to me, so it's my job to use it to the highest. To the highest. To the highest. But I gotta tell you, like, it's been a journey for me. I was also, and this is, I think, another reason why we connect so much is because, I was a professional dancer. Obviously, I'm 48, so this is going back 30 years ago. Come on. I was a dancer and a model and all that back in the day, girl. Dream girl, come on. And, but for many, many years, I had that fire when I was young. I've been on my own since I was 15. I'm a high school dropout. I've just created my own life. I went out there and did it. And then there was a time in my life, I got married. I was married for 15 years, and I let my light go out. I did what I thought I was supposed to do. I gave up my fire for security. Like, I made a trade-off. And in that, it kind of crushed my spirit. So it's taken me, and that's another reason about Beyond 40 Friends. I really wanted to let women know, like, now is your time. Every day is a new opportunity to get your shine back on, to get your groove back on, to do what you want to do. Energy. Okay. Yes. So when you, so I do want to dig into what you just mentioned in regards to being married for 15 years. But before that, you did mention that you were a high school dropout. May I ask what was the motivation behind that and the mindset? Yes. So I grew up in a very abusive home, in a very poor home. Like people look at me now and I speak at schools, you know this, like I speak at UCF and a lot of schools and stuff, and I speak to the kids. And the first thing I say to them when I get up there is, I'm a high school dropout. And they're all like, what? Like, because
but you're so fabulous.
People have this preconceived notion of just because of what a person looks like. And it's subconscious that we judge people. It's not like people are trying to judge you.
Yeah.
But it's just, we make assumptions based on people's outward appearance.
We do.
And that's ingrained in us. It's nothing we can really do about that. But so I had a really abusive childhood. And then I decided to move to Florida when I was 13 to live with my mom. And then my mom was a prostitute, and I think she had mental issues. She was just had been married 7 times, drinking a lot. She just wasn't a mom. You know, she wasn't able to be a mother. So I decided when I was 15, I'm the youngest of 2. I have an older sister. That I can't live like this. Like, I don't care what I have to do. If I have to work 80 hours a week, I'm not going to be in the cycle of living on food stamps. Like, I'm not going to do this. Like, I got to break the cycle.
Yes.
So I quit. I quit high school. I was a sophomore. I had completed my freshman year. I was a sophomore, and I worked 2 jobs, 80 hours a week, filing papers all day. My mom emancipated me, so I was able to work.
Wow.
I went and got a buy here, pay here car girl. Had, no credit, paying $100 a week for a Pontiac Grand Am.
Come on.
Worked at Arby's all night. And I just did it. Like, I did it. And then I had to support my mom and my older sister. So I could have easily, stayed stuck in that lifestyle. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like, I gotta move. I gotta go.
I want more. And I deserve better.
I want more.
I want more, and I deserve better.
Period. So I did that for a while, and then I got spotted by a modeling scout who in the Arby's drive-thru. She's like, "Girl, how tall are you?" And I was like 5'8". And she's like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "I'll be 16." She's like, "Here's my card. If you're ever in Miami, come see me again." Girl, like 35 years ago. And literally, I packed up my car. I had nothing, girl, nothing. Like, I had $30 in my pocket, my cat, my clothes, and I left.
What?
Yes.
I love those stories. Like Taraji P. Henson, she did that where she like moved to LA with her son, like with nothing. The Rock, he had $7 in his pocket, just moved with nothing, and just like made life happen. Amazing. I love those stories. Okay,
you have to.
So it was a survival choice. Like, you know what? I have to have more time and freedom to survive and to support my family.
Right, exactly. So I made opportunities where they didn't even exist. Like,
manifest.
The type of person that I was, because back then there's no cell phones, there's no computers, none of that. I would go in a Rolling Stone magazine, girl, and go to the back pages and see people would list like tours or like opportunities. I would get in my car, like, for example, Prince, he has a club in Minneapolis, or he did, called Glam Slam. And it was like, we're hiring for dancers. I got my car, girl. I drove all the way to Minneapolis by myself. I was 17, 18.
Stacey burning the road up.
Yes, girl.
Prince, I'm coming to see you, baby. I'm on the way.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. It never occurred to me. This is the thing, like my mindset, it never occurred to me that I could fail. I don't even, like, I'm going to go do this, and I have the vision in my mind of what it's going to be. There's like no fear. I might be like a touch nervous, like, okay, but I go do it. I have a vision in my mind, and I'm going to go make it happen. And I've always been that way, because people are like, well, how did you do this? And how did you do that? And how could I not?
How could I not? A word.
How could I not?
How could I not, Stacey?
And I was listening to one of your podcasts. I believe it was with Fabron on it. And he said, I have so much. I am so talented. And I was like, yes.
I'm not going to sleep on myself.
period. And that's what you need to survive, especially in this world, because the world is completely different from when I grew up. You know, it's
I can't imagine.
Completely different, girl.
Dude, just 5 years ago, you know, like just the world is just constantly shifting. So I feel you.
Yeah. So yeah, girl. So I made my own way, and I think that's how I'm able to connect with people, and like, because I've been through so much myself. I've had absolutely nothing. And I use this as an analogy too. Like, I've rolled change for gas and I've driven a Ferrari, and I was happier rolling change for gas.
Yeah.
So happiness doesn't come from what you have or anything like that, or your material possessions. Like, for me, happiness comes from, you know, within, and the people that are around you who love and support you. Yes. That's true happiness. Because all of this could, God forbid, burn down and be gone tomorrow. Like, things change. COVID happened, people lose their job. And what really matters the most is, you know, how you feel about yourself and the people you surround yourself with. So,
can you look at yourself in the mirror?
Yes.
Do you like what you see?
Right.
Dog. So would you say that you're a woman that lives more in the body rather than the mind? Like, you don't get caught up in the logistics and the potential disasters. It's just like, all right, this is the vision. What I need. First step is act.
You know, it's so funny that you mentioned that, because that's something that I'm working on.
Oh, shoot.
Because, you know, life is a process and we're always learning. And I'm as an Aries woman, I'm very impulsive, girl.
Come on.
I'll just go do some things.
I said,
and I don't think them through. So I'm learning. I am a planner, okay, but I'm learning to, you know, really think things through before I make big decisions in my life. And that's something I haven't done in the past, because, like you said, I live in the body and I go off my, you know, impulse, like an instinct.
Yeah, instinct.
It's gotten me in trouble, though, I have to say.
Oh, how so? For example?
I would say in my love life.
Okay, got you. Cheers to that. Cheers to impulsive love. Impulsive love.
Girl, you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But sometimes I get burned by the hot stove.
Oh, hey, dancing with fire. Come on,
4 or 5 times.
Light it up. I said I want it now. So, okay, so you saying, like, as you're, you know, gaining wisdom and with experience, you just learn, like, there's a time and place for the impulsivity, but definitely think it through, plan it, be strategic.
Right. You have to be strategic about things. And I think, again, the way the world works now, where there's all these restrictions put into place about certain things, you know, you and I have talked about a couple business ideas that I've had, which, by the way, y'all, CheChe's my life coach.
Yes,
just saying.
Let's go. Yes.
And people are like, why do you need a life coach? Like, what is a life coach? And this is what I say to them. Even a professional athlete with the most talent has a coach.
Exactly. Everyone needs somebody.
Yes, you can have all the talent in the world and even, like, play the game your whole life. Yeah. But when you have that person in your life who's giving you guidance and words of wisdom and kind of keeping you accountable and on track, that's a coach. So yeah, CheChe's my life coach.
I love it. Thank you. Just so much love and support, Stacey.
Well, it's true, girl. You deserve it. You friggin' deserve it. Like, you work your ass off and you work hard for everything you do, and you touch so many people's lives and you encourage so many people. Like, here's your flowers. Like Maya told us the other night, here's your flowers.
I'm receiving the flowers. Thank you.
Receive.
I love it. So, woman of fire, how did you celebrate your birthday? Did you have a great birthday? What was this past year for Corona time for you, and what you're looking forward to? All that.
Well, last year for Corona time,
because it was like right at the beginning of the shutdown.
Yes. Well,
Or
you
like
know
a
what?
month or
To be
so?
honest, really do much last year, obviously, as nobody did. But this year, girl, as you know, we've been celebrating. My birthday was on the 24th, and we've been just celebrating all Aries season.
I'll love it.
Because every day is a celebration, to be honest with you. Like,
cheers.
I was just, yeah, and I was reading this post that this girl says, don't save your fine china for later. Use it today.
I agree. I'm trying to get better in the habit of that.
Me too.
Using all the good stuff. Sit on the furniture today, you know? Drink from the champagne glass, even with water. You don't need the champagne. Just enjoy the niceties.
Right. And the thing of it is that you worked hard to get those niceties. So enjoy them. But yeah, girl, so we've been celebrating all Aries season.
I love it.
And last year for COVID, it was actually really nice for me because in my charity work that I do, I had been, again, everything happens for a reason. And sometimes there has to be a breakdown to break through.
I agree.
And you know, everything that's gets burned down or whatever is an opportunity to make things better. So I never look at anything as a loss. Like anything that happens that's bad, I'm like, okay, now's my opportunity to fix what was wrong. So last year, in my charity work, I was paying for a lot of, because we would go to a venue, we would make 500 to 600 lunches, and then we would go feed the homeless. And it's not even about the lunch, obviously, it's just about showing the love to people on the streets. Like, we see you, we hear you. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you some love.
Yes.
And I was paying for it because I felt bad that, okay, here I am asking for volunteers to show up. So I'm grateful that you're just coming. And now I'm going to ask you for money. It didn't seem right to me at the time. Like, and everyone's like, oh, Stacey, like, we'll fund this event. Why? Like, it's for charity. It's not like your personal money. Like, take the money. But I had such an issue with it because I've always done everything by myself my whole entire life. I'm like,
having to release.
Now I'm going to have to release control, and now I'm going to have to let people help me. And that can be scary.
And trust them to follow through, you know, on the expectations and standards that I've already set.
Yes. So with COVID, to be honest with you, I was going to quit #lunchbag altogether because I was like, financially, I just can't support this anymore. I was just kind of like, I'm tired of it. Even the best things in life, like sometimes we're just like, I'm tired. I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
And then I realized I can't quit. I'm going to take a pause. So COVID was the pause.
Right.
And in that, people kept messaging me, and they're like, now more than ever, we need to reach out. We need to help people. When's the next event? Before, it was hard for me to even get people to come to my event. Now people are like, where are we going? What are we doing? When is the next event?
Overflow.
So I was like, okay, let me brainstorm about this. What can we do? So then I decided to do the at-home event where people make the food at home. So I don't have to come up with a venue. I'm not paying for it because you're making the food at home. Yeah. And then we all meet at Barnes and Noble and then go from there. Girl, hundreds of people show up now.
Love it. Cheers to that.
Cheers. I would, they made me like a hometown hero for the news, which again, I don't need accolades for it, but it's nice to be validated. It is. Yeah. It is, I have to say. So, so that was like a whole blessing. COVID was a blessing to me because it reorganized the charity to where the pressure's off of me. Like I can lead it and direct it. And now the other people are doing the work, which in the past, again, I had to give up control and it was uncomfortable for me. But
yeah, I feel that. But with releasing the control, there's blessing and abundance and more people that could be helped and serviced and things.
Absolutely.
Love it.
I feel like that's a big issue of my control, but I'm working on that too.
Yeah. What would you say is a drawback from needing to have all control and, from your experience, what has it taught you from, being so tight with the fist?
Well, I think because I've done a lot of obviously self-reflection. I'm very self-aware. I've done a lot of therapy. And I felt like when I was younger, I had to be in control because my life was out of control.
Yes.
As a child.
It left you no choice.
It left me no choice. I had to. But then in that, I was taking that into relationships. And one of the guys I was dating, and I didn't even realize it at the time, because in my mind, I want things to go a certain way. I have a vision of rainbows and butterflies and fairy tales.
Yes.
Or actually, I have an expectation about how somebody should be acting because that's the way that I would act.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he said, look, don't control me. And I'm like, I'm not controlling you. And he said, yes, because you want me to be a certain way and I'm not.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, dang, like it was a light bulb moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, either you're going to love me the way I am or leave me. Like, because this is, I'm never going to be what you want.
Yeah.
And the expectations of what I wanted is actually what I want now. So it wasn't like I was asking for something crazy. I just wanted him to act right, to be honest. And he couldn't. And he said, look, I can't do it and whatever. So, but I realized I'm just going to let people be who they're going to be and show me who they're going to be. And I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to decide how I'm going to, instead of trying to change you or like because I'm a big coach to other people and I see the potential and I'm like, yeah, but you need to do this because you got all these gifts and you need to go and do that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to help you. But in a sense, it's like, of course, I can't make you go do something. You got to want to do that on your own. Mm-hmm. And now I've kind of like, let all of that go. And I'm just like, okay, I see it for what it is. I'm able to control my reaction and what I'm going to do. You go do what you're going to do. And I'm going to go do it, you know.
I'm not going to stress myself out trying to dictate your every move and course correct every little thing you do and explain myself to validate why it makes sense and all that. You're going to be who you are. And that's okay.
Girl, and it was so, like it just drained my energy because I would find myself getting back to a level that I had already leveled up from. Like, I'm like, I already know these lessons. Like I've been through this before. Why am I looking on his social media? Why am I doing these things? It's exhausting. And so then I just really had to realize like, that person's going to be who they are. And I don't even match energy anymore. Like I just dip. And
sometimes energy doesn't need to be matched because I'm not finna get in the mud pit with you. I'm not finna like try to top you and one up you and all that. I'm just going to be out your life because I know my energy is a blessing. So how about it just don't be here anymore? How about that?
Exactly. Well, yeah, because before I'd be like the teacher in me, the leader in me, like, I'm trying to explain to you. I'm writing paragraph text. I'm trying to talk to you because I want you to see where I'm coming from. I want you to see, like, take a look at yourself. And all of that was exhausting. And now, I just dip. I see it for what it is.
It is what it is.
And I think I put on one of your posts something about like, Aries can't raise a grown man or something like that.
Yeah, because Virgos, it's a well-known fact that Virgos be trying to help people and fix people and all that stuff, like wounded bird syndrome. And so you were saying, yeah, Aries need to learn not to raise men.
Yeah, we can't be doing that, girl. That's their journey. We're on our journey. If we align, great. If we don't, go ahead about your journey because you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn the hard way probably, which is probably better for you.
Right.
So I'm just like hands off.
Well, I do want to tap into what it's like dating in your 40s in today's time. But before we get there, going back to your marriage, you mentioned you allowed your light to go out. Would you mind going on that little path walk? Because I could definitely relate to being in a relationship and you just literally watch yourself fizzle away. it's like a slow death. It's like a slow car wreck. Like you see it happening, but you can't stop it, you know? So shout out to anyone else that can sympathize with what we're feeling. But yeah, what did you mean by like you saw your light go out, allowed a light to go out?
Okay, girl. And I'm so happy that you're being vulnerable and sharing that you feel that too. And I feel like this is an issue that a lot of women struggle with. Because, you know, when we get married, I'm going to get into my story, but just as a backdrop of older women, you know, we become mothers. We have work. We have all these things, and we no longer think about ourselves because now we're putting all the care onto our spouse, onto our children, and we lose who we are. Mm-hmm. And in my situation, I was engaged at 23 and married at 25, and I didn't have my daughter until I was 35. So I was married for 10 years before I had her.
Yeah.
But in my situation, I had come off of, and my ex-husband is a wonderful man. We just don't align, and we don't speak the same love language. And we're very good friends. We've known each other our whole lives. But
yeah,
for me, you know, I was a model and dancer. So I had a lot of confidence in myself, a lot of, you know, like I felt good about myself when I met him.
Would you consider yourself an alpha male, an alpha female as well? Like, did you have that energy back then? Because I definitely see that now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Girl, I am so submissive when I'm in the right relationship. I want a man to be a man.
Ooh.
I'm all about like, you better be a man and let me be a woman. I'm trying to be divine feminine.
Yeah.
But in my situation, I've always had to take the lead. So I've kind of been forced into the role.
True.
But if the right man was to come into my life, like, yes. Yes.
Okay. Yes, baby. Okay. But yes, I'm sorry.
Baby. But so what happened to me was, my ex-husband was a workaholic, so he was never home. He worked 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
My love language is physical touch and words of affirmation. So I like intimacy. I like romance. I like to be held.
Yes.
Tell me I'm beautiful. Yes. Yes. And men don't understand this. And it's like, but everybody tells you you're beautiful. And it's like, if that doesn't mean a thing to me, I want the person that I love.
It don't hit the same. I need the person lips I'm kissing to tell me I'm beautiful. You the only lips I can kiss. Them lips need to tell me I'm beautiful. Yes.
So I wasn't getting my love language, my needs met. Again, he is a workaholic, and I was just trying to, because I'm a recovering people pleaser girl.
Hey, shout out to the reformed people pleasers. We just people love pleaser. Love.
So I was just trying to, for him, and I think a lot of men actually, it's kind of like all about how a woman looks, like what's her appearance. Like they want a trophy, they want someone to look good.
Yep.
Anyways, long story short was, I was just trying to please him, and I realized I couldn't, because I couldn't reach him, you know, because he's always at work. And then when he was physically in my presence, he was mentally not there. He was checked out. He wasn't present. So when we were together, he wasn't even there anyway.
Yeah.
So when you're in a relationship with somebody and they're not there for you, and you're not intimate, and you're not, you know, all the things that you want.
Yeah.
I just, like you said, I slowly began to fizzle. And then this is actually a mistake I'm very self-aware of that I should not do, and I would recommend every woman out there to never do. I allowed myself, because he you know, does very well. Mm-hmm. And at the time I was doing makeup and had my real estate license, and he's like, you know what, you don't have to work. And I said, okay, like this is the first time in my life I don't have to work. Like I've been working my ass, busting my ass since I was a child.
Finally, someone come in, give me some love and security. Yay, you love me so much,
Yes. And that was his love language, is gift giving. So I was like, wow, okay. But in doing that, because I didn't work for a couple years before I had my daughter, I really lost my sense of purpose. And a person without a sense of purpose, and this is something I talk about in my charity all the time with the homeless people or people in need, they have no sense of purpose. They don't have to get up. They don't have to go to a job. They're not helping someone. Their purpose is gone. And
no
when
one
your
needs
purpose,
them.
right. And sometimes when your purpose is gone, you get depressed.
Yeah. Who am I? Because a lot of people, their identity lies in who they are in relation to others,
Right, exactly. Which reminds me, it's a very good book I recommend for couples out there called Love and Respect. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I've never read it. I've heard good things about it though.
It's basically saying how a man, because we're so completely different, a man wants to be respected and a woman wants love.
Yeah.
And we don't know how to do that sometimes. We don't know how to, because the more respect a man has from you, the more he's going to show you love. So you're going to get what you need. It's like, but a lot of times we're so disconnected from that. We're not filling each other's cups. Right. But that's a good book. But anyways, so I got depressed, and then I thought, my dog had died, which my dog was my everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know how that goes. Your dog's your baby.
My baby, my fur baby Kona. That's my honey. Shout out to the fur baby. Exactly.
So my dog had passed away unexpectedly, and I was 35, and I thought, what is life all about? Like, I didn't know if I wanted to have children. He didn't know. Again, we had been married 10 years. I'm getting older. And I decided, like, what is life all about? Like, I want to have a child. Yeah. And I thought, and I think a lot of women feel this way, when you have a child, that's going to almost fix your relationship with your husband.
Yeah.
Because now, he's going to be home more because of the baby, and everything's going to be a happy family and a beautiful Instagram post, and we're doing the most. And
I'm carrying his seed and his legacy, and he gets to be a dad, and the gender reveal and the delivery, and coaching me through the breaths and all that stuff. Yeah. She's having a baby energy. Remember that movie with Kevin Bacon?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So that's what I thought. Shout out to the media for making us feel this way.
Yes, thank you for putting such high standards on us.
Yeah, thank you for that. But so I thought, once I have her, things are going to change, and obviously they didn't. So I was just a depressed girl. I started taking antidepressants for a little while. I was actually very sick when I had her, 5 months bed rest. She was a preemie, like all this drama with my whole pregnancy. And I realized, now that I'm older and I've done a lot of like spiritual work and just soulful work, I'm realizing, that your physical self is a direct correlation to how you're feeling mentally.
Absolutely.
So I was sick the whole time, and then I kept on getting like strep throat 3 times a year, which was a blocked throat chakra, because I couldn't speak my truth.
Yeah.
So it was really manifesting with me in terms of my physical being. And then I turned 40, and at the time Sydney was 5, and I just decided I don't want my life to be like this. Like I used to be so vibrant. I was to the point where I love music. Girl, you know me. I love music. Music is life. Like I love all kinds of music. We're dancers.
We're dancers.
We're dancers. It's in our blood.
We're energy healers.
Period. So I just decided that I didn't want my life to be like this. I wanted to be vibrant again. I wanted to listen to music. I wanted to be happy. And it was very hard for me because, we'd been married 15 years. He's a wonderful man.
Yeah.
People had an image of like, oh my God, you're leaving him. It was the perfect facade of everything was beautiful. You know what I mean? A beautiful home, a beautiful daughter, like everything's perfect. Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you leave that?
Goals, relationship goals, family goals.
Right, exactly. And again, he's a wonderful man. He just wasn't the man for me.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women, you know, that's their love language is gifts. They want the gifts, they want the money. They don't care about spending time or anything like that. Just bring home the bacon.
That's it.
And I'm the opposite. So I just got the courage up because I just wanted my life to be different. I wanted it to be, again, people want to say it's like a midlife crisis, but I'm like, no, it's a reawakening.
It's your awakening. Absolutely. You're undoing all the conditioning that you allowed over the years.
Yes, I was remembering who I was. And what prompted it was actually, I had seen a friend that she was a model with me, like it was way back. Anyway, I saw her and she's like, God, you're so different. In a bad way, girl, in a bad way. Because I gained a lot of weight. I was heavy.
Oh, yeah.
I was on the antidepressants. I just had no life. And I look at pictures of me back then when I'm 10 years younger and I look 55. Like I look younger now than I did back then because I was miserable. So yeah, my light just burned out. But the thing of it is, and that I realized I allowed it.
There we go. And that's how you take your power back. By calling it what it is. I allowed it because I saw it. I felt it. I thought to myself, why is so doing this to me? Why do I keep allowing it? And we keep going back. So that's how you take your power back. I love that.
Yeah. So I realized, you know, and a lot of people, because I'm super loyal, and when my word is bond. Yeah. If I tell you something, I'm going to do it. You can trust me. You can give me the keys to your car, your baby, whatever. I'm going to love it and take care of it as if it were my own. Yeah. So I made that commitment to this man. And again, you know, my mom had been married 7 times. Like when I was young, I was like, I'm never getting married because of that. Yeah. And so I was like, what can I do to make this work? What can we go to counseling? Can we do this? Can you listen to me? Can we talk? And I tried all that. None of that worked. And I felt a lot of guilt when I did it. When I finally had the courage to do it, I felt freedom, like, okay. And then I felt just guilt because I had, in front of God, I had given him my word that I was going to stay with this man. Yep. And I just, for worse. Yeah, for better, for worse. And I gave it my all. And I know I give everything 100. And if that's one thing about me, like I don't ever feel bad if I have to leave a situation or whatever. I know I did my best. Like I can always say, I tried.
Yeah,
exactly. So yeah.
Well, you gave full effort. You know, you gave it a fair shot and you exhausted your efforts. You know, you're not just gonna walk away from it. So if it didn't go through, it was because you didn't try.
Exactly. And then now him and I have a great relationship. We're like best friends. We've been divorced for 8 years. Yeah. And girl, you're talking about dating in the 40s.
Yes. What is that like for a divorcee dating in a 2021 in a panoramic?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a challenge.
Okay.
Because I think for me personally, since I really didn't date when I was younger because I was working and then I got married so young, I didn't have the opportunity to make the mistakes that I'm currently making. And I'm placing value on things that I shouldn't really place value on, like intimacy, the physical connection, because I didn't have that for so long, and that's my love language.
Touch me, smack my booty. Yes.
Hey, so I'm placing like a lot of value on that. I'm just learning. I'm really learning. I've been on the dating apps.
Ooh. Which apps would you recommend? Or actually, do you have any interesting stories regarding these dating apps?
Girl, I could write a book called 100 One and Done.
I'll be ready.
Yeah. Well, literally, it's probably like 200 one and done. Like I've been on a lot of dates.
Okay.
Because I was in the whole mindset of, I'm just going to say yes. I'm not going to be so picky. If the guy is nice or whatever the case is, I'm just going to go. Like, I'm going to gain it. Whatever it is, even if the date's terrible, I'm going to learn something from this man, whatever. So I've gone on a lot of dates. I date, in my past, like I had a little bit of a long relationship with a guy who was 20 years younger than me.
Okay. Age,
just because
come on, Stacey. You heard it right, folks. She got.
Well, here's the thing though. I feel like, and I'm trying to get over this, but I feel like my energy, like I just resonate more with younger guys and guys.
I mean, well, that's Aries energy in general too. Is that youthful, fun energy?
Yes, and I really I was thinking back. My mom passed away last year, and I was talking to my aunt, and she brought it up to me, the fact that all of my mom's sisters they're all married to men 15, 20 years younger than them.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, wow, is this in my blood? Like,
you can't help it, Stacey.
I was born this way, y'all. Okay.
No, but you're gorgeous. You can't help it.
But yeah, it's tough to date a younger guy though, because what you run into a lot is being an older woman. You're just you have more wisdom. You typically you have your shit together.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of younger guys are attracted to that. But with that being said, it creates a lot of insecurities in them because they think she has everything. What am I going to offer her?
Yeah. Where do I fit in?
And so in those insecurities, I find that a lot of younger guys, they want to be with the older woman, but then they sabotage it because they feel like she couldn't possibly want them. They have nothing to offer her. So then they go out and, cheat or lie because they want to get their ego fed and they want to be validated through an outside source because they feel like they're not good enough. And then what happens is the older woman who was so confident about herself finds out, and then she becomes insecure because of what he did.
Yes, because how could you cheat on me? I'm beautiful. I have my stuff together. I love you, and you still go out and do that?
And what it does, it creates a cycle of brokenness because that woman was good. She's probably divorced. She has children. She's feeling good. She's looking good. And then she goes and dates you. You lie and cheat. Now she's broken. And then she goes out and has trust issues and tries to date somebody else. Now she's got trust issues.
Yeah.
So, because my ex-husband never cheated on me, like that wasn't even an issue. Like he was faithful so I never had trust issues. Like that was all new to me.
Yeah.
And then I had to take a deep look because sometimes we want to blame ourselves when people step out because we're like, oh, I wasn't good enough. Yeah. I'm not young enough.
Surely it was.
I'm not doing something. And then I had to realize it has nothing to do with me and everything to do with them.
Yeah. Because like when you were saying about how you attract the younger guys because they see an older woman with their stuff together, and of course, all men want financial security because men, they're, conditioned and taught that men are the providers, right? Men are supposed to come with the money and the financial security so they can seem not admirable, but
respectable in the community, like by their peers, by other men.
Exactly. And women, are drawn to the power and the money and all that stuff. But it's like my mom used to tell me all the time, the same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. So it's like initially they're attracted to a woman with the financial success and she's secure in herself and she knows she got it going on. She's beautiful. You want that. But then when you get it, it triggers you because that's what you're lacking in yourself. Yes, you may not have yourself financially together, but you're attracted to them because they have that. It's not necessarily that you really want that in a partner, but you want that. Like you want to be financially too. So then when you're reminded every day of how you're not at that level yet, but you're trying to appreciate this person that's there, you slowly start to resent them. And then you do little things to like self-sabotage the relationship, like cheating on them with someone that's not as cute or not as financially stable or something like that. And then when the person that is on that standard platform, you know, of being well put together, beautiful, faithful, loyal, all that stuff, they're like, well, how could you cheat on me? How could you do me wrong? You know, when I was giving you everything. So now something wrong with me because I was fine without you. I was fine before you came into my life, you know?
Yes.
Why did you even like bother my peace if you wasn't going to compliment me, you know, just try to tear me down.
Exactly. So I'm running into that, but I've recently, I felt like I had to learn also, like, because I thought this was my whole way of thinking that, you know, I'm attracting these people. I keep attracting these people in. And then I'm like, no, I'm attracting everybody. I'm choosing that person.
Yes.
I'm a bright light. I'm going to attract everybody. But it's my job as a healed person or a person who's self-aware doing the work to make the right decision.
Discernment.
Because discernment, girl, because everybody's going to come. And in my past, I was like, oh, choose me. Oh, love me. And it's like, no. I'm going to choose you.
Exactly.
You're not choosing me. Let's choose each other.
Exactly. Let's choose each other. I don't want what's not choosing me.
Yes. And I feel like I would get with these unavailable men because my father was unavailable to me. So I'm, recreating that dynamic.
Yeah.
My homeostasis, and that's just what I knew that was comfortable to me. Not comfortable, it's just like what I knew.
Familiar, yeah.
Familiar. So I would go out and find an unavailable man who's a workaholic, who's a liar and a cheater, whatever. He's unavailable to me in some way. Like I dated a guy who would look me in my eye and be like, I don't want you. Like, I don't want you. And I'd be like, oh, but love me. But let me hustle harder for your love. Let me help you with your business. Let me do all these things because I'm wanting to be loved so badly.
Let me show you how valuable I am.
Yes. I was trying to prove my worth.
Yeah.
To the people in my life, because that's what I had to do as a child. I was constantly like, I'm here, look at me, see me, but I got no love. So now I'm out there like, oh, love me, love me, love me. And I finally, and it's crazy because I'm 48, like last year or the year before, I'm like, I don't fucking care. Excuse my French. Like,
no, you're good.
Okay. I'm like, I don't fucking care because I love me.
Yeah.
So go ahead, don't choose me. Like, go on. And once I realized the dynamic of what I was doing, and not only do you realize it, but you have to make a change. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm an overeater. But okay, well, what are you doing about it? Oh, I date unavailable men. Okay, what are you doing about it? So I just decided the moment a person shows me an unavailability, I dip.
I'm out.
I'm out.
You have nothing for me.
It took me a long time. It took me a very long time. Like I'm trying to date now. I'm single. And I'm just not settling. Before in the past, the old me would have, like some of the guys I'm dating, I would have been like, oh, okay. Like I would have settled for some shit. But now I'm just like, look, I'm not doing it anymore. Like you're an amazing person, but I want to be treated in a certain way. And it's how I'm going to treat you. Because, my main question when I get involved with somebody or start dating, how can I make you feel safe?
Yeah, exactly.
And if you can't give me how I feel safe, I'm gone. Like there is no explaining about why you should be this way and well, I'm this way. And I finally come to the realization that I'm worth more.
Absolutely.
I am worth more.
Yeah, and cheers to that. I'm worth more. I deserve more, especially if I know I'm going to treat you well. You damn sure better treat me with some standard,
Exactly. So Yeah, girl, I'm out in these streets trying to date.
In these streets. Get at Stacey. She's gorgeous, okay? And she is available, a woman of fire. So, Stacey, dating, how about being a mother in today's time? Like, what is it like with these kids? What are they going through? What are they up to? What are they doing?
Girl, it's a whole mess. Okay, so my gorgeous daughter just turned 13. She's an only child. She's an Aries
princess.
She is an Aries, Taurus, Sag. So she got
both Sag risings.
Yes.
Aries sun. Oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah, she's my soulmate, girl. Like she's legit my soulmate. Like she's gave me she's everything. Anyways, but girl, these kids, okay, it's all the TikTok videos, it's the social media, it's the beauty standards, it's so much to take on right now. She's in middle school and everyone's like, oh, when she starts middle school, it's gonna be crazy. And I thought, I'm not trying to hear any of that. Like when I went to middle school, like nothing's wrong. Sydney's super smart. She's got a good head on her shoulders. Like everything's fine. I was wrong. I was wrong because the bullying, I mean, the dean of the school has called me several times about bullying because my daughter's beautiful and people want to hate on beautiful people. You know, she's popular. I had to explain all this to her because she's like, why are people hating on me? And I said, look, unfortunately in this world, sometimes people want what they don't have. And if they can't get what you have, they're going to try to tear you down. Yeah. And it's an unfortunate thing. I don't even want to talk about it because I don't even want to bring it to light, but it's sometimes the way the world works. Yeah. Sometimes the world is not all rainbows and butterflies because she sees me all the time. And I'm like, I think everybody's beautiful. And, you know, people on my Instagram page, like I give love to all women are beautiful in my eyes. You do. Period. Like, and I'm going to talk back to you and I'm going to respond to you. Like, I'm not the type of person that somebody says, oh, hey, beautiful. I'm not just going to like, if I saw that person on the street and they're like, you're beautiful, I'm not just going to keep walking. I'm going to say, thank you so much. I love this about you. Yeah. That's just who I am. Yeah. So she sees me doing that. And so she's like that. And she's like, why doesn't everybody celebrate everybody's beauty? Like, I can appreciate another beautiful, like I said, everybody's beautiful in whatever way. But I had to teach her that in today's society, people don't work like that. And so much of it is based on your looks. So yeah, there's been bullying, there's this stupid Snapchat, like there's just all these things that the kids are have now that we didn't have. And I feel like it's opening up at a much younger age, a very high sexual vibe, you know, because these girls are on Instagram with, 12 years old. One of like the little shows she watches, the girl's 12 and she's kissing her boyfriend in a mini skirt and a little, like doing the most, girl. And this girl's like Instagram famous. And I looked up the girl's age because my daughter said, well, Mom, why can't I wear this? She's wearing it. She's 12. Girl looked it up. She's 12. And I was like, where's the mom? It sucks when parents don't have those restrictions and they let their kids do whatever. So then the other kids think it's okay because you're not handling things in your household. Right. And I had to tell her too, like, it's not our job to judge other people and how they parent and what they let their kids do. This is us between you and me, and you're not doing that. Yeah. I don't care what so-and-so is doing. If she gets to do this, no. Like, this is what you're doing. Yeah, so I mean, I had to have some coming to Jesus meetings with her because she's wise beyond her years. She knows how to work me and her dad. And she's just working us both sometimes. But yeah, girl, it's been tough. And like with the dating part of it, it's tough too because it's been me and my daughter like this. And so now if a man comes into the picture, I had a live-in boyfriend a couple years ago, and she could not stand him. And he was great. I mean, we had other problems, but to her, he was amazing. Like, he was a coach. So he like coached kids. So he was always like trying to get her to do stuff and being supportive of her. And, but because there, was a man in the house, and now it's not me and mommy, I had to work through that with her. And now that she's older and she's, I had to explain to her, like, look, I could be married right now and we could be living in this man's home. Like, why are you, all of your friends are remarried with other kids. Like, this is a normal thing. Like, for me to be happy and have a partner in life, like, that's a normal thing. So now, but girl, it's been tough. And I have kind of a rule that, until I know something is real, if I start just dating somebody, like, it's going to be a little while before you meet my daughter. Just because I want to make sure, like, it's, it's not fair to her to like be introducing her to guys I date, like, unless you gotta make the cut.
That's right. Are you worthy of meeting the Aries princess?
Exactly. So, and she's just been subjected to a lot of, she's seen a lot of other people, her friends and stuff, different relationship dynamics. Enough to know that she's like, okay, what my mom is doing is good. Like, I really appreciate and respect that, because I want her to be happy, and I know that she's, doing the right thing. But I'm not gonna lie, it is tough. Like, it's tough to have a teenager, especially one who's so self-aware, and so she's got wisdom beyond her years. Like, she's coming to me telling me what I need to be doing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
well, at least y'all are close and have a close connection. That's the blessing. I feel for kids that don't have that in today's time, so it's nice to hear. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, that's what I really want, like, because I never had that connection with my mom.
I was just about to say that it's nice that this cycle didn't repeat.
Yeah, it's been very healing for me that I'm able to, I think that when something happens in your life and then you get a relationship partner, or you have a child and you're able to do the work, it's so healing to you, because it's almost like you're fixing, by parenting them or by loving them, it's like you're healing your own wounds. So
I love that.
I mean, it's not always like that, but
yeah, and I have an Aries mom, and we're really close too. So cheers to the tight mama and daughter relationship.
I love when your mom comes in and she gets on the gram and she's like in the stories. And I remember you saying she was an Aries, and I was like, yes, that's right.
I love it. She's so cute. Shout out to my mama, Veronica.
Ooh, I love her.
Yes. But Stacey, before we wrap up, just give us your final words. Where can people find you? Where can people support you? Tell us all the things before we let you go.
Okay. You can find me on Instagram. I have 3 pages, girl, which is kind of crazy, but my personal page is sgroove333. My Beyond 40 Friends, Women Over 40 platform is Beyond 40 Friends. And my charity, Feeding the Homeless, is #LunchBagOrlando. So those are my 3 Instagrams. I'm not on Facebook or anything like that. I just have I keep it easy. I'm just on the Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where you can find me.
And with the Beyond 40 Friends, where can they view that at?
Okay, that is on YouTube, because I wanted to you actually encourage and inspire me, because I had started it. This is the Aries thing too. Like, we start strong and then sometimes we fizzle.
Flame is out.
Yeah, or like, so I started Beyond 40 Friends, I can't remember, like a little over a year ago. And we were taping, it was me and 2 other girls. And it was kind of like a talk show dynamic, like you have just like informative information, support, encouragement. And then COVID hit and we stopped filming. And so it's kind of like gotten off track, but you can find it on YouTube also. I try to keep them short and sweet, because I know that people don't have the attention span sometimes, but
that's true. Yeah, I need to go through like all my previous podcast episodes and take like the little highlights and chop them down and stuff, because it's a lot of good stuff, but some people may not want to watch it for a whole hour, you know? So
yeah. I like when you put up, actually on your Instagram page where you put up the clips, like just the short clip highlights of like whatever was like a really touching or resonating words. And then you put that clip up. I think that's great.
Thank you. I need to, start investing some more time in doing that, because it is really helpful to draw people in. Like, oh, okay, this might have, this episode may have something that I found valuable. So I appreciate that, Stacey. But you shared so much wisdom in regards to what it's like being a woman in your 40s, what it's like being a divorcee and dating again, what it's like being a girl mom in today's time. Because we keep hearing about girl dads. Damn it, the girl moms, okay? Shout out to the girl moms.
Yes.
Dang, girl dad this, girl dad that, girl moms. How about that? Okay.
Girl moms. Yes.
Shout out to the single moms that's doing it. Mother's Day is coming up soon. What do you have?
Yes. I have so much. Do I have plans for Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Probably going to go to the beach or something like that. I don't have plans as of yet, but definitely going to do something fun. I love the beach. So probably the beach. Probably like some beach. But shout out to the single moms, because girl, it ain't easy.
Yeah. What are some final words would you give to the women that resonated to the message today, or people in general just being divorced and, finding their flame again, finding their light, owning their power, taking it back? What final words do you have for us?
I think just stay encouraged. I think that, really take a deep look inside and ask yourself, what makes me happy? And write it down. What do I like to do? Do I like to dance? Do I like to cook? What's my bucket list? I had recently written a post about, doing your vision board, which I had never done. And it brought up so much.
Still need to do mine.
Yeah, it brought up for me areas that I was like, man, do I even deserve this? Like, I was thinking, I want these things. Do I deserve them?
I feel that.
Yeah, it brought up a level of a lot of healing that I'm like, yes, I do deserve it. Yes, I do work hard. Yes, it's okay to appreciate and be grateful for what I have. Absolutely. I'm so grateful. Absolutely. But it's okay to want more.
Okay, because I deserve it and I'm a good person.
Yes. And I would just say to the women, like, just be strong in yourself. Just own who you are. Believe in yourself. Reignite the flame. Find something that you love to do that's just for you. Yes, you're a mom. Yes, you have to go to work. Yes, you have to do all these things, but find something that's just for you, that speaks to your soul, that you can devote yourself to, that has nothing to do with anybody else or people pleasing, or I got to go do this for the, no, make it about you. Be committed to it. Be consistent with it. Like, I loved your podcast on consistency. Like, you're never going to get anything in life unless you're consistent, period.
Yeah.
And once you start doing that, because it kind of feels weird at first, you're like, like I should be making the kids lunch right now. I shouldn't really be here in this yoga class because I got this to do, and my daughter needs this, and I got to run her friend here. I shouldn't be. Don't do it. Don't sell yourself short, because you cannot pour from an empty cup.
Come on.
You have to give it back. And it does feel, you can feel a level of guilt at first, but work through that, keep pushing, and invest in yourself. Like, because when you invest in yourself, it shines and it radiates to everyone around you.
Agreed. Yeah. It shines. And basically, like, what I got from that, Stacey, is basically just living from the heart, doing things that you love, loving on yourself, pouring back into yourself, reinvesting in yourself. So just literally loving more. Anything that's not growing is dying, right? If you're not healing it, you're hurting it.
God, yes. That was a whole word, living from the heart. Do everything from the heart. And if it doesn't feel good to the heart, drop it. It's too much.
And don't even return the energy. Just poof, be out like the flame.
Yeah.
Fire gone.
Yeah. Dip. But yeah, I think just stay encouraged, surround yourself with people who are going to inspire and encourage you. My girlfriend just made a post really quick. I'll tell you, she's She's like, if you've done a lot of healing work, start unfollowing accounts that are still continually talking about, you know, cheating or codependency or narcissist or, you know, things that you've worked on, because if you stay in that pattern of still reading about it, you're still maintaining that energy. If you feel like you've done the work around it, let it go. Unfollow those accounts that don't make you feel good. Surround yourself with love and light in all areas.
In all areas. Absolutely.
In all areas.
And it also goes back to what you're saying about with your daughter, like, you know, just being these women where you appreciate another woman's beauty, you're lighting another woman's light. It's not taking anything away from me. It doesn't dull my shine or dim my light to give love to other women. So I want to surround myself with beautiful people that know they're beautiful and that share and exchange that energy, you know? So absolutely. Energy is so real, you know?
Absolutely. I think that's just so important. I mean, for many years, I had the wrong circle around me, my family members, believe it or not.
Damn.
Yeah. But
it'd be like that though.
Yeah, sometimes even you got to cut that. You know
even if, you know, sometimes blood ain't thicker than water.
Yeah. So, well, I hope it's been helpful to somebody out there.
Oh, I'm sure that we dropped some good stuff today. I love and appreciate you so much, Stacey. Thank you.
I love and appreciate you so much.
You're so lovely. Cheers.
Cheers, baby. Mwah.
I'll be seeing you soon.
We got to do Taco Tuesday soon.
Yes, we will. I need it in my life. But yes, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into another episode of the My Virgo Friend podcast. You know, a new episode every Monday and Wednesday. Follow me on Instagram at CheChe Babe, CheCheBabe, as well as the My Virgo Friend podcast at My Virgo Friend podcast. Follow Conan's page as well, King Conan _CheChe Baby with the
him.
I'm surprised he didn't come in here yet. But yes, follow me. Send me an email if you want some advice. If you want to give me feedback on the show, if you want to give me ideas of what you would like to see or hear on the show, email me at CheChe@myvirgofriend.com. Would love to hear from you. Also, in regards to how the podcast is helping or influencing you, if you really want to show me some love, drop me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, so that it can reach more people and other people that are searching for podcasts can see what it's all about. Okay, so just thank you to everyone showing your love and consistent support. Stacey, my love, I'm gonna drop this episode on Monday, so we start off with you.
Ooh, okay.
Yes,
I'm gonna be sure to post about it.
Yes, I'll send you the links for sure. But but yes, y'all, thank you so much for the love and support. Stacey, my love to you, honey.
I love you so much. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you. Bye, y'all.